Welcome to our first micro-learning video. We will be covering the skeleton shoulder girdle bony landmarks. As you can see, we have the posterior view of the skeleton. Normally, I would have another person videotaping while I stand next to the skeleton and point these bony landmarks out. However, due to the limited number of staff that can come into the building, I need to do the video by myself. So here we go. We are going to work on what's called the posterior scapula. And here you will see that it is the left scapula. The scapula is a very easy to find and easy to learn for their bony landmarks. So we're going to start by noticing that there's some interesting sites here to notice. We have this very large protrusion coming off the posterior end. Anytime you're wondering, am I seeing the anterior view or the posterior view? Always look out for this protrusion. This is called the spine of the scapula. The spine of the scapula. And it's very noticeable on a body as well. You can feel the entire range of the spine of scapula. You'll notice that we have a border here on the scapula, and we have a border here. Using our terms, medial and lateral, we will know that medial means towards center. And so this right here, my friends, is your medial border of scapula. This opposite side is more to the outside or to the lateral. So this will be your lateral border. So spine of scapula, medial border, lateral border. Now we need to work on some angles of the scapula. And so we have right in here, inferior angle of the scapula. And then if we come to the very top, we have superior. So superior means above, inferior below. This is the posterior surface of the scapula. And now we will round around and we will start to see this edge right here. From the side, it is this view here that I call the shelf, and this is your acromion process. Acromion process, and you can feel that. That's where your shirt seam. So right here, that's your acromion process. Now, getting into the socket, right in here, this is a tiny surface, but it is called the glenoid fossa or glenoid cavity. And that is where the head of the humerus sits in for your shoulder joint. Rounding around to the anterior-most point, so we are still on our left scapula. And you're going to see this bony protrusion that is called coracoid process. So we have our acromion process up here, and then we have coracoid process right there. And in the socket, that's the glenoid cavity.